Okay, so we're going to talk about rounding numbers today. Rounding, we do sometimes to estimate things, but we have to know our place value. So if you haven't memorized your place value chart, you need to do that. Because when it gives us, it'll give us a specific place value, and then that way we know where we're going to round it to. So in this case, we have a number 46,725. And it wants us to round it to the thousands place. And you can see this example in your notebook, but we're going to do it together. So let's find the thousands place first of all. So I'm going to underline the thousands place. Can you tell me what digits in the thousands place? Good, the 6. And so whenever we do that, really we are saying, okay, are we going to keep this 46,000? Are we going to bump it up to the next one, which would be 47,000. And so the reason we do that, so we know we're choosing between 46,000 and 47,000. And the way we do that is we look to the number just to the right of the thousands place, which is here. We kind of box them both in. Now, this number is 67. That's in between what two tens? Well, hopefully you said it's between 60 and 70. So I'm going to write 60 here. And I'm going to write 70 here. Now 67, is it closer to 60 or is it closer to 70? You're right, it's closer to 70. So this 4 stays the same. This is going to become a 7. And everything after that 7, all these things are going to become zeros. Because remember, our two choices were 46,000, because we're rounding it to the thousands place, or 47,000. We chose 47,000. So everything else becomes zeros. 5 becomes a 0, the 2 becomes a 0, the 7 becomes a 0, because we stopped this number at the thousands place. Everything after that would become zeros. Now it's your turn to try it. You want to round this number 1,384,592. This time to the 10,000th place. So go ahead and pause the video and give this a try. So hopefully you first found the 10,000th place. So this would be the ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and this would be the 10,000s. Good. And remember, we box it in, this digit and the digit to the right. So what two tens is 84 in between? Well, it's in between 80 and it's in between 90, right? Well, which one is it closer to? Is it closer to 80 or is it closer to 90? Good. Hopefully you see that it's closer to 80. So it should be 1,380,000. And remember, everything else becomes zeros. Excellent. Now let's try it with decimals, which is not any harder, I promise, as long as you know your place value. So the first one, it says round this number 38 and 838 thousandths. It wants us to round it to the tenths place. So remember, if you're having trouble, this is the ones. There's the 10th place. So we're going to underline this, box this in. So again, we're between 80 and 90. And which one's it closer to? You're right, it's closer to the 80. So we keep this the same. The 38 is still the same. We got to go to the 10th place. We decided it's staying at 8. And remember how I said everything else after that is zeros. Now I have a question. Do I have to write those zeros? No, because remember they're after the decimals. I could, it wouldn't be wrong, but I don't have to. Okay, so now you try this one. 8 and 525 thousandths. I want you to round it to the hundredths place. Go ahead and pause the video. Give it a try yourself. All right, well, hopefully you've had a chance to do this. So first we have to find the hundredths place. So again, this is the ones, this is the tenths. There it is, the hundredths. I'm going to underline this. What do I do next? Yeah, box it in. This one's a tricky one. What two tens is 25 in between? It's in between 20 and 30, right? Okay, now you may say, wait a second, it's not closer to 20 or 30. Well, in this case, when it's right in the middle, you're going to round it up. Some of you might have heard before 5 and above, give it a shove, or 5 or more, let it soar, something like that. So this is 30. So everything else stays the same. 8 stays the same, 5 stays the same. This becomes a 3, that's in the hundredths place, right? And everything else after that becomes 0. Do I have to put it though? No, I don't. Good. Last one. Sometimes it's asking you to round it to the nearest whole number. And all that means is round it to the nearest ones. That's it. So we know where the nearest whole number, or the nearest the ones place is, and there it is right there. So again, we box it in. 29 is between what two tens? It's in between 20 and 30. Which one's it closer to? Good, 30. So this stays 4, this stays 3, this becomes a 3, and it's the nearest whole number, so everything else after this is going to become 0. 0, 0. Do we have to put it after the decimal? No, we can keep it the same. Alright, so this is the nearest whole number, and I know it's a whole number because it ends in the ones place. Alright, last one, this one you're going to try on your own. Remember, what does it mean to round it to the nearest whole number? Good, it means to round it to the ones place. So go ahead and pause the video and give that a try. So here's the ones place. We're going to box it in. We've got our number 63. What two tens is that in between? Good, it's in between the 60 and the 70. Which one's it closer to? It's closer to 60. Good. So that means the 8 stays the same, the 6 stays the same, and this is a 6. Everything else becomes zeros. So this, the nearest whole number is 866. Good. We're going to try some more problems together now, but I hope this helps. If you need to rewind the video and take a look at it again, you can do that.
Mommy, breakfast.